Alright, what is up guys? VPirate613 here, and today I've got some news that I want to talk about. It's not really drama. I don't like talking about drama on this, but this today, if you guys don't know, I am a very big fan of Metal Gear Solid, and I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this little debacle because I find it peculiar. But today there was loads of articles, released VG7 PC Gamer Kotaku. And the main title was David Hayter has no love for Kojima. And I just want to explain, I want to try to be as neutral as possible, because I don't think any of them are wrong. I don't think David's wrong. I don't think Kojima's wrong. And I see where both sides are coming from, because I don't think either of them are wrong, and I'm going to explain their points and their point of view because it's interesting and you guys can form your own opinions. But I'll also give my final verdict at the end as a fan, and as a, I love David Hayter, so I'll be doing that. Alright, so let's get right into the news. I'm just kidding, guys. This isn't no fucking drama alert channel, but let's go right into, oh god, I'm saying it again. Let's see what he had to say first. Hayter had to say, and I'll talk about why he's not really, he has a right to say this in my eyes, and let's just see what he has to say. So when he was asked about, the recast, because they tried to recast him before, and they did recast him obviously. So when he was asked about the recast, he said they tried to do that before and it never worked, Hayter said. And then he said it's horrible, it's humiliating. And someone, they asked him if he played the latest games, and he said, yeah, that'd be 60 hours of humiliation I can't wait to get to. And then he specifically talks about Kojima here. He says, I think he handled it pretty badly. I've got no particular love for Kojima. I respect him and I think he's a brilliant game maker. I don't know him as a person, and then as a businessman, I was not impressed. So no, I don't feel in any need to go back and work for him again. Alright, David. I definitely see what he's trying to say here. So, if you don't know, Kojima tried to recast David in MGS3, and he wanted Kurt Russell to play Snake in MGS3. Now, obviously, David Hayter is a big part of the Metal Gear franchise, so for him to go is it's a very big thing, because, alright, so the Metal Gear franchise, it is crazy. What is good about Metal Gear Solid? A lot of people hate on it and critiques hate on it, but what they don't understand is that Metal Gear as a franchise, it's not meant to bore you. It's not meant to have, if you look at the plot line, why is the plot line all over the place? Why is there so many twists and turns? Why is it crazy? Well, because it's meant to be crazy, it's meant to be ridiculous, it's meant to be stupid, it's meant to entertain you. That's why we like Metal Gear. Throughout the whole thing, it's entertaining to watch. You don't have to understand everything, but it's just entertainment at its core, to be honest with you. And because Metal Gear is such a crazy game, it's such a crazy game made by a crazy mind like Kojima, and you have a crazy voice actor like Hayter, who, let's face it, has his voice acting is over the top. It's not really, Hayter doesn't have that much range, to be honest. He's got that deep, croaky voice, and that's a lot of, if you talk to a voice actor, he looks at Hayter and he'll be like, okay, you don't have any range. This is what you can mostly do. It's not really the best voice acting, but it fits Metal Gear very well, and I think he was perfect for it. He was just perfect for the actual speaking, the voice acting. And for him to say he's humiliated is, I understand, because Kojima, I don't think Kojima and Konami themselves, I think, handled it pretty badly. But Hayter, he loves Metal Gear 2, and he's been a big part of it since the fourth one. You know, and if you guys don't know, I think it was Chris Zimmerman, I think her name is called, let me quickly check. Yeah, Chris Zimmerman. So Chris Zimmerman basically wanted this, was hired, not wanted, she was hired, and a lot of people were hired from a movie background or a TV background, because Kojima had this idea for the first Metal Gear Solid game. He wanted it to be badass, he wanted it to be cinematic, so he got people like Chris Zimmerman who are very good at their jobs. They have done a lot of, you know, casting for great games, and they've produced great games. And Chris Zimmerman, you know, casted Hayter for Metal Gear because she thought he was great. She thought he would fit throughout the whole, you know, the Metal Gear franchise, and I think she was very right about that. And again, I'd say this, because Metal Gear is not meant to be like a cohesive storyline, it's meant to entertain you, and that is why everyone loves Metal Gear. But I definitely get where David's coming from. You know, saying that he has no love for Kojima makes sense, because, you know, for someone to be a big part of those games, and throughout the whole, you know, your career as Snake, you know, they try to keep getting rid of you, then of course it's gonna feel fucked up. And he even said that when talking to Chris Zimmerman, she said to him that they've tried to replace him many times, and that they want to get rid of him. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up. But that's how, you know, I think Konami had a big play maybe in this, but at the same time Kojima had a very big part in this. And, you know, let's take a look at Kojima's point of view, because I really want to talk about him. Who is Hideo Kojima? Okay, what type of person is he? Is it a bad person? Is it a good person? Okay, to me, Kojima just wants what's best for his game. Kojima's a crazy man. Kojima wants a cinematic game. He wants a great experience. And as a game maker, if you don't think that your cast is gonna be good in your game, because Kojima does want good voice acting in his game, I can definitely see why he would want great voice acting. He would want great performances, and Hayter did a good performance. It wasn't great, it was good, but his voice fits very well in the game again. So obviously people are gonna say it's great because it's Metal Gear. It fits how crazy the game is. So as you know, Kojima had this idea for his games to you know, to be like a movie, to have TV and movie performances like Hollywood, on the Hollywood screen, like big budget performances. And that's what he wanted to go for. He wanted to go for the cinematics, you know. And for him to be trying to recast and stuff, I can definitely see why he's doing that, because he just wants better people on his game doing voices for his game. And he wanted Kurt Russell to play Snake, and as we know, he's a big Kurt Russell fan. He even named Snake's code name on Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. It's very obvious why he wanted Kurt Russell to play Snake in MGS3, but at this, you know, he just wants what's best for his game. And of course it's humiliating for David Hayter. Like, if you've been working for them that long, and, you know, they've been trying to recast you, and fans love him. Fans obviously love him, because he's a big part of Metal Gear. He's a huge part of Metal Gear, and anyone who says that is talking out of their ass. I think he did a great job portraying Snake, and I think Kojima just wanted what was best for his game. That's why he tried to recast, because he just wanted better voice actors. Because, again, a lot of people say this, a lot of critiques say this, a lot of voice critiques will say David Hayter does not have that much range. His voice acting is different to the other actors. He is just over the top. That's it. That's why he fits in the game, and that's why he should have just stayed. That's why he should have stayed with the game, to be honest. Let me give my final thoughts on this. okay, because I pretty much have summed it up. Okay, I think this, like, I think that Hayter should have stayed throughout the whole franchise. I think that Kojima is not wrong for trying to, you know, find better casting, but at the same time, he needs to realize that his games, you know, are crazy, his games are entertaining, and it is humiliating for Hayter to people, you know, be getting recasted behind his back, because that's what basically happened. That is what basically happened. They're always trying to recast him behind his back, and that's fucked up. I think that's fucked up. But at the same time, I don't know what the game would have been like without Hayter's voice. Even on MGS5, the Kiefer Sutherland, who played in MGS5, he doesn't talk that much. He's very mute. And what I don't understand, if Kojima wanted a facial actor, why didn't he have the facial actor and keep Hayter's voice? I think that would have been a very cool idea to have. Keep his voice and have a voice actor, because you wanted the facial expressions. Apparently you wanted to show emotion more than anything in that game, which he kind of did, I guess, but the game was disappointing to me as a fan anyway. But I don't think Kojima was wrong, though. It is very wrong for him to be doing it behind his back, if Hayter's right about it, because Chris Zimmerman, that he quoted, told him that they wanted to get rid of him throughout. So they were doing it behind his back without, you know, speaking to him. But MGS is kind of dead now. It's dead to me, and I don't think that any of them are wrong. You know, would David Hayter be where he is now without Kojima? I think Kojima gave him some fame, but, you know, Hayter's a writer. Hayter's made films. That would not have stopped him, even if he did not get casted in the other Metal Gear games. He would have still carried on. He did, you know, writing for the X-Men's. He did a movie. So he's got a good career. Like, he didn't have to be in Metal Gear, but he obviously cares a lot about it, and I can definitely see. And he's not there for the money, because he, you know, I'll tell you how fucking dedicated he is to Metal Gear. When Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes was made, okay, what did he do? They wanted to bring back all the cast. Well, most of the cast came back. The only person who didn't come back was the guy who played, who is it? The black guy in the cells. I can't remember. I think it was a DARPA chief or the black guy in the cells. But they wanted to pay, and what Hayter did was he gave him half his pay, which is fucking ridiculous, you know, because he loves the game, and I can see why he loves the game. Just look at his fucking beautiful face. He loves Metal Gear, and he was disappointed because he feels humiliated, he feels fucked, you know, for what he's done for the franchise. It is fucked up. And Kojima, I see what you want the best for your game, but at the same time, this is what makes your game, the over-the-topness, the craziness, the entertainment. This is what makes your games. This is what makes your games good. This is what makes your games funny. This is what makes your game emotional. It's what everyone loves you. So it's just weird seeing this. Like, I always thought they were best buds, to be honest with you. But Kojima's crazy. Kojima's crazy. He's good way kind of crazy with his games, and you know that I think you know, I'm leaning more towards Hayter here, because I think he did get fucked over in the ass, but Kojima just wanted what was best for his game, and it was humiliating for him. I don't know how much Konami's involvement was with this, because Konami, to me, likes working behind suits, and this article looks like he was not really in touch with Kojima that much when he was voice acting. So that just goes to show that it was a lot of stuff behind this article in the works. Now, if you want more information about it, I suggest going to Game Informer's retrospective. They had a a very good podcast. Lasted about an hour, where they Skype call a lot of the Metal Gear cast, and it's basically called the inside story of recording Metal Gear Solid, and it's really good. It's a really good podcast. If you're a Metal Gear fan, go there, go check it out. It's great. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did want to make this quite short because I'm actually going out today, but this just goes to show you I love Metal Gear. Like, I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan, and I'm also have to be a critique now because I want my YouTube to not just be fanboyism. That's all I have for you guys today, though. I hope you enjoyed. This definitely rants over so much time. I actually expected this to be about 5 minutes long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and if you want to see more, make sure to drop us a sub. I upload daily, every day, so my phone's ringing. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys.